Well, good morning. I thought that this week I would read from Betsie Valentine and the Honourable Honeybee, which is the second book in the Betsie Valentine series. And in this book, Betsie is 11 years old. She's in the last term of her primary school, so there's a lot of changes going on around her. She has finally been given for her birthday a beehive because her mother is a beekeeper and she's been helping her mother up at the apiary, and she has wanted her own beehive for quite some time. And on Betsie's birthday, rather unexpectedly, a mysterious family move in next door, and Betsie becomes very, very good friends with their daughter, Melissa. So there's a lot going on in Betsie's life right now. And I'm going to read from chapter 14. It's called Good Queen, Bad Queen. In the chapter before, she has been called out of line for misbehaving whilst waiting to go in to school in the playground by her form teacher, who, yeah, I'm going to say it, she picks on Betsie. She does. So the whole class has been punished, according to the form teacher, as a result of Betsie's bad behaviour. They've been told to stay in during the next recess and write about good behaviour. So, chapter 14, Good Queen, Bad Queen. Better put these on, hadn't I? They're there for a reason. Morning break was over. Mrs. Speaker looked up from her desk. Right, she said, put down your pens. She cast her eyes around the class and settled on Betsie. Betsie, she said, perhaps you would like to come up here and read out what you've written. Betsie felt all the blood drain from her head to her toes as she slowly pushed back her chair. As Betsie walked to the front of the class, Mrs. Speaker walked to the back and turned around, leant against the wall and folded her arms. Honeybees started to buzz furiously in Betsie's stomach. On a good day, there was nothing she disliked more than reading in front of the class, and today she knew that what she had written was somehow contentious. Betsie cleared her throat. Right now, she was regretting every stroke of her pen, but she couldn't think of anything else to write. She thought Mrs. Speaker would gather up their storybooks and take them home to read, but now she'd been put on the spot. She cleared her throat again and hid her head behind her book. Good Queen, Bad Queen, she said, in just above a whisper. Mrs. Speaker interrupted her. Is this relevant to good behaviour and respect, Betsie? Betsie felt her face flush again and nodded. Mrs. Speaker stared straight at her, and all Betsie could see was an angry wasp. Carry on then, she said. Good Queen, Bad Queen, Betsie said again a little louder. In spring and summer, a hive of honey bees has about 50,000 bees in it. It's made up of about 49,500 worker bees. They are the girls, about 499 drones, they are the boys, and one queen. It's the queen who affects the mood in a hive. She does this by releasing a pheromone. A pheromone is a smell that the queen gives out when she moves around the hive. If you have a good queen, she has a good pheromone, and all the honeybees are nice. They are gentle and well behaved, which makes inspecting them easy and enjoyable. If you have a bad queen, she has a bad pheromone, and all the honeybees are angry and badly behaved, which makes inspecting them impossible because they buzz loudly all around you and sting all the time. So if you have a bad queen in your hive, you have to remove her. As soon as she has been taken out of the hive, the pheromone begins to disappear, and it's not long before the honeybees calm down and start preparing for another queen to be born. Mum says this is the same in our lives. If someone in your house or at work is in a bad mood, then everyone suffers and becomes upset. She says we can all learn a lot about behaviour from the honeybees. Betsie's voice trailed off. There was a horrible silence in the classroom. Mrs. Speaker glared at Betsie, who nervously peered over the top of her book. Thank you, Betsie, she said through tight lips. You can go and sit down now. Betsie felt really uncomfortable. Her legs turned to jelly and she prayed they would get her back to her desk. Erica gave her a reassuring smile as she walked past her. Good, Mrs. Vicker said, starting to make her way to the front of the class. I'll collect your storybooks whilst you get out your maths books. And she paused. I'll read the rest tonight.